Maybe we should have started it.
Yeah.
Welcome to That's a Podcast. It stopped. I woke up. I was a little sad, but I was just
dead.
like, my sleep paralysis demon literally said,
like, I'm out.
No horny for you.
I've never personally killed someone, but from people who I've talked to who have killed people, it's hard. And not like saying like I go and like talk to serial killers. I'm saying like people who are in the military and have like killed people, you know.
Yeah.
Hello.
Whoa, we were kind of in sync right there.
It's almost like we planned it.
It's the acoustics.
Welcome. We are joining y'all today from the spring equinox. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
the
even
first
know.
day of spring.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought the first day of spring doesn't necessarily have to be during the spring equinox.
I think. I don't know. I
It's
mean,
like,
is it really even spring in Arizona though?
I don't know.
But I think that like it's supposed to be like the day that marks the beginning of spring, like for people, for like humanity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. Well, do you have a quote for us today?
March 20th. I do.
Oh, exciting.
If we had no winter, the spring would not be so pleasant. If we did not sometimes taste of adversity, prosperity would not be so welcome. This quote was said by Anne Bradstreet.
Okay, I actually like that. I can actually agree with that.
I think it makes sense.
It does make sense. I think you could take that like with everyday life. You know, like can you really be happy if all you could tie that in with like money. You know, you can have so much money, you just have this abundance, and eventually you're just money doesn't buy happiness per se. I'd rather cry in a nice car, but
I'm dead. But spring is like the rebirth.
Yeah.
So it's like winter was the adversity. Now we're here, ready to grow. The sun is shining again. Winter came and is gone.
Damn.
Spring is here. Everyone's ready to get
allergies.
Yeah, but it's nice outside at least. I've been sitting outside recently. It's been nice. It's
You've
been
been
really
sunbathing? Nice. You know, for someone that really loves like winter, like I'm all about winter. I'm all about rain, the cloudy season. I have been enjoying the sunbathing.
Seasonal
lately.
depression.
Yes.
That's what
oh
it
my
is.
god. Listen,
I read. There was another quote that I was debating on having as the quote of the day today.
Yeah.
Said by Virginia Woolf. It's something along the lines of like, as I get older, I enjoy spring more than I do autumn. Everybody always says, "Oh, my favorite
that is true.
season is autumn, fall." But I feel like as we get older, it's kind of like, it's nicer outside. We can go do stuff.
Yes.
It's life. Like spring is life.
Spring is life, but it's also like a lot of these people don't live in Arizona, so they don't know how hot it gets.
That's true. I mean, it has not been hot though recently.
No,
We've been getting weird weather.
Dude,
that's like
it snowed like what a few weeks ago.
It rained last week. It's supposed to rain again on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know what's going on with this weather. It's,
Who knows at this point?
Yeah, it's really weird.
That's nice.
But it is nice. I'm not ready for 120 degree summer.
I'm not ready for trash cans to start melting again.
Like when you can feel the heat like not vibrating, but like radiating through your shoes.
Oh, I was going to say melting like my feet. Yeah.
Fun
Did you
times.
know, oh my God, this is a little bit of an embarrassing story.
Okay.
But growing up, right?
Your shoes melted before?
No, no. I didn't have shoes.
Okay.
No, I did at some point. But I grew up in Mexico, and coming back from school, I remember that it was my goal at some point to become like really fast, like the Flash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so the way I practiced was, as soon as I got out of school and I like left the school grounds, I would take off my shoes and the sand was burning.
Oh, yeah.
And it would force me to run home in like blistering hot sand.
That sounds like torture.
Yeah, it was nice.
What is life without suffering though? So
that is true. See?
You ever seen the video of Oprah walking across hot coals?
No, I haven't.
That was like you.
Oprah was walking across hot coals? I had no idea. I thought that was only in like... Wasn't Oprah and Drake and Josh?
Was she? I think I know
Josh
she was mentioned
like,
at least. Yeah,
Oprah.
yeah. I know he
that
loved
was the
her.
trope.
Yeah,
Okay.
But I don't know. Didn't he hit her with his car?
Yes, he hit her with his car.
Oh my
Oprah!
gosh.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Honestly, Oprah, she's kind of controversial though.
Honestly, I don't know much about Oprah.
With Harry and Meghan.
No idea. I just know she gives stuff away. That's all I know.
Oh yeah, you get a car. You know she brought skinheads on her show once.
No, I had no idea.
And it got chaotic. If anybody wants to see that video, just look up Oprah invites skinheads to her show. It's on YouTube. There's like good clips.
Oh, nice.
They're actually crazy. They're wild. But yeah, I was like, props to her for like, I don't know, like not necessarily giving them a platform, but like bringing them on and like, you know, that's like something an interviewer should do. But also at the same time, like I was like, damn.
Is that what we're going to do too?
I don't know about skinheads. I don't personally know any. I know people who do know skinheads.
Oh, okay. You're like
I hear there's a big population of, well, not skinheads, but like there's a big Nazi population in Glendale.
Yes, I do know that. Yes, actually.
There's like the KKK like headquarters up there. I was like, what the hell?
Insane. Also,
and everybody was just there for Taylor Swift. And little did they know, it's the KKK headquarters of Arizona.
Oh my God. Holy shit. My headphones couldn't take it. That's funny. For the viewers just listening, maybe like a Taylor Swiftie just knocked my headphones off my head.
It was Taylor Swift herself.
Ooh.
Taylor Swift herself.
Okay, we're good.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what'd you do? What have you done this past week since we've last talked, would you say?
Let's see. Well, I was sick. That's true.
Oh. Did you have COVID? All the new flavors?
Luckily not.
That's
I got
good.
it from my sister. My sister got me sick.
Okay.
Because she got my mom sick. And then
uh-huh.
my mom got me sick.
Okay.
And then I came back and then it was like, oh, school. So I was like, why couldn't I have been sick during spring break when I didn't have class?
That honestly sucks. You feeling better now, though?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think it's just allergies now, honestly.
I was like, I'm sitting kind of close to you, so.
I'm not contagious at least, so it's been like a week.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. That's what they all say.
No, I'm joking. I never went to the doctor, though. But
No, you're just built different.
I just went to...
I think I'm kind of built different when it comes to my immune system.
Yeah.
I don't get sick.
I haven't been sick knock on wood, but I can't knock on wood anymore because I was just sick. But it had been like since before I was in Europe.
Damn.
Because remember I got frat flu twice that semester.
Dude, I was like, you're going through it.
Yeah. You were too. That one night you got sick when you were out at night. Remember? You were walking on campus at night when they had the swings and you got sick. And you were like sick for the next few days with like a really bad cold because it was cold outside.
It's like I was just kind of depressed then.
Yeah.
I think that was I was dealing with my breakup. That's when I went to the swings.
That could contribute to being sick though. Like
it was cold.
Yeah.
I didn't care about that. Okay. That's so funny.
That was a wild time that semester.
Yeah.
Fun times though.
Nice. News from last time that we last talked. I got accepted into grad school. Yes. Yeah. Very exciting. They emailed me saying, yes, we're recommending you for admissions. And it's good because also now there's a lot more scholarships that I'm able to apply to.
That's true.
So, grad school's expensive. I don't want to be in debt.
Yeah.
But who knows at this point?
Honestly.
And oh my God, it's so embarrassing. I was emailing the two doctors that reached out to me regarding the new scholarships, right?
Okay.
And one of them, they were the ones that interviewed me, right? But I believe they also mentioned that at some point there was another doctor with a similar name. Okay. And so when they emailed me, I thought it was the other doctor, right?
Okay.
Also, because on that email, they spelled the name the other way, right?
Okay.
So I was like, okay, cool. So when I replied back within that email, I was emailing the wrong...
Dang.
Well, I emailed her with the wrong name, and I was just like, damn.
That's okay.
But no, yeah, it was fine.
You were already accepted, so...
Yeah, exactly. She's actually like,
Revoked,
just kidding. It's
out.
like excommunicado.
I feel like you could sue, though, if that happened.
Maybe. I'm like, I'm dyslexic. I'm not. I'm just, I'm
Bella
not,
Thorne.
Good time. What about her?
Bella, when she did the Disney Channel thing where she was like, hi, my name's Bella Thorne, and this is the time I found out I had dyslexia.
Oh, no, I had no idea she did that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like one of those ones, like the one where they like talk about like, I don't remember what they're called, but did you watch Disney Channel?
Dude,
okay.
I'm someone that did not watch any Disney. Like, like live action Disney, I should
Okay.
say. So I didn't see any like Zack and Cody, Miley Cyrus. I was more of a Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network type of boy.
Okay. I went between all three. You remember Boomerang?
I loved Boomerang.
Boomerang
Tom and
popped
Jerry.
off. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Scooby Doo was for
Scooby Doo.
me. I mean,
goat. I love
yeah.
it. Well, dog, but you know.
Yeah, I love Scooby Doo.
Dang.
I would go to Spooky Island right now, like the real life movie.
The real life movie. Are you
Universal,
trying to switch bodies?
like Universal is creating the Mario Nintendo stuff. No, they need to create the real Spooky Island. Like, if you create that Universal, I will go. Like,
Oh my god, I've been to Universal too many times now. I feel
it's
like
cheaper to go. So,
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's like 50% like less than Disney. But also Disney's adjusting rates because Bob Iger said it's too expensive. The CEO of Disney was like, it's too expensive.
Yikes.
The new Star Wars hotel that they have at Walt Disney World.
Oh, you showed me.
It's like $3,000 a night.
No, thank you.
I was like,
It's like no, thank you.
I couldn't go. I love Star Wars, but
like if it's $3,000 a month, Obi-Wan better fucking wake up next to me.
No, literally.
like, in a robe. Like, hey, hello there.
and you don't even like. They want you to like stay in the hotel. Like you're not supposed to leave. It's like supposed to be a hotel experience.
Sounds like a hostage experience.
It is Disney, so.
Or maybe it's just an escape room at that point.
Well, if you're on an Imperial Star Destroyer and you're a rebel, you might as well.
You know when we went to in Disney to that Star Wars area, and then we ended up
Galaxy's
riding,
Edge, yeah.
yes, to
And the
Galaxy's
ride,
Edge.
Rise of the Resistance.
Yes.
Yes.
Low-key?
That changed my life.
I was gonna say low-key, that one guard, I think she was flirting with you.
The one that was talking to us?
Yes.
What did she say?
I don't know. She was just kind of eyeing you.
I was talking to her though too. It was only you and me.
I know.
Yeah.
I threw you under the bus. I was like,
Nobody else was saying anything. It was because also I was wearing the Millennium Falcon on my jacket too, and she's like, "You're literally advertising you're a rebel," and I was like, "Well,
I know. It's okay. I'm sorry I threw you under the bus.
it's okay," because I threw you right back
I
that quick.
know.
Like, I was like, "He's a smuggler," so. But then she was rude to both of us after. She's like, typical rebels, calling each other out, throwing each other under the bus.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
That ride was so amazing, though.
I felt very. As soon as we got off the ship,
And it opened those doors.
and it opened,
and
yeah,
the troopers.
all the troopers were right there,
Yes.
just staring at us. I was like,
Wow.
wow, I feel some type of way.
I know. I was like, how do we get here, too? That was my biggest question. I was like, hang on. The doors just closed. We were outside. How did
we were
get
inside?
Here? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Who
wow,
knows?
they took us to space.
So, I was playing D&D. not too
Okay.
long
Oh, yes.
ago.
How did that go?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I missed playing Dungeons and Dragons with a group of friends of mine, and we all got to meet at Johnny's place. Right, he was another RA that used to be a coworker of mine back when I was in La Paz. Shout out La Paz.
No shout out to the bus.
We'll get to that story eventually. But met him. He has such a beautiful house.
Oh,
He has
really?
Such a beautiful house, yes. And like the backyard, I swear you can do like plays because it's almost like a stage and it goes
Okay.
up a hill.
Okay.
So there's like steps to go up a hill.
Like a reenact Shakespeare.
Yeah. No, it's really nice. And then I believe it used to be like a garden house outside in the backyard.
Oh,
But
okay.
he completely remade it to be his Dungeons and
Dang.
Dragons.
How
like,
much does he
den.
pay?
I forgot.
What does he do?
It's
What is
less.
his
It's
job?
honestly less than rent though. What he was telling me. Yeah. I was like,
Dang.
damn.
Okay.
But it's mostly his girlfriend that's carrying the team. Yeah, and he's
okay.
very aware of it, and he's very happy. And I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Pop off, queen. But okay, so we're drinking, right? And I barely just started, right? Like I was just like, I got like a Jack and Coke, right? And what ended up, oh no, not a Jack and Coke. I just got vodka Coke because he didn't have Jack.
Okay.
And what happened was, I'm coming back out to go in to his house right through the backyard.
Okay.
Because I was like, he had pizza from Costco. Right?
Okay.
And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, now I'm ready to eat some Costco pizza.
Okay.
Right. And as I'm going, I'm walking there with full confidence, just like, because it's like, one of those glass doors. And
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
we left it open
No.
because we had his.
We already know where this is going.
I whole ass ran into that door to the point where I almost knocked myself and fell back.
Dang.
And Waffles was coming out of the Dungeons and Dragons room.
Yeah.
So he saw that and he was on the floor dying. I mean, I was also laughing.
Yeah.
I thought it was
you were
so
on
funny.
the floor too because
No, literally. I was like, damn. He uses Windex because that was so clear.
Dang.
That was so
Nice.
clear. I've never been more
Nice.
positive in my life. And yeah.
You were
so-
like the bird that just like. Psh.
No, literally. It was that
Fantastic.
exact same commercial.
I'm
But
not gonna
honestly,
lie.
it was a good
I
time.
love when people run into windows. I used to work at Barnes and Noble in the Chandler Fashion Mall up
Yeah.
in Chandler, up in Phoenix, and the way to go into the mall,
Yeah.
glass. People would always just walk right into the glass instead of
That's-
going out the door.
that's
It
embarrassing
would
too,
happen
'cause it's
so many times.
public.
And I was the cash register was right there, so I'd be standing there all the time. I'm like, "Oh, are you okay?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, the
Okay.
way out is actually that way." And they're like,
Damn.
"Okay." So I love it. I think it's funny.
That is funny. That actually is really funny.
As a worker though, I was like, "Oh, are you okay?" Because we could have gotten sued.
Oh.
This one lady
okay.
one time literally fell in the store and tried to sue us.
Oh my god.
But then they showed on camera it was her own fault. She
That's
fell. So
Here's the receipts. On my way here, there was this old lady, and I'm like, so there's 2 lanes, right? And the leftmost lane is to go to the left, right? To turn left on an intersection.
Okay.
And then the lane to my left of that is incoming traffic, right? Tell me why out of nowhere I see this old little lady pull up in the opposite lane.
Oh.
Yeah, and she did that. She was pulling up to the very front as the cars that are not parallel to us were starting to turn left. So they ended up meeting up right in front of each other, almost crashing. And so
Dang.
everyone that was turning left on the other lanes had to like stop as
Yeah.
well. And it was just a big
That's
mess.
wild.
And I'm just like, I'm just trying to go do my podcast.
Yeah,
So
no,
thanks for
literally.
this story.
Do you think that old people should have driver's license?
I think
Or do you
that
think there
old
should be, like, a-
people should retake
Okay.
driver's license test. For Arizonans, that would be probably when our first license expires in like 2065
Yeah,
for
true.
me.
True.
I feel because some old people still need to drive and that's fine, and some old people are definitely a lot more I don't
Better
know,
than others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some old people just shouldn't drive anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think they can definitely still drive if they like pass a
That makes
driver's
sense.
license test
I, s-
again.
I saw this video. It was like this old lady. She was like driving, and
Uh-huh.
she was on the sidewalk, and this guy was like, "You are on the sidewalk," and she's like, "Oh, I didn't know," and she drives off the
oopsie.
sidewalk, and I was like, "Oh my gosh,
Yikes.
wow." They did a South Park episode on it.
I started watching South Park, and that is so out of pocket. It's
All the
fun, though.
time.
It's really
It's
funny.
funny.
though. It's really funny.
It's funny, but it is out of pocket.
It is. Yeah.
I love it. I die every single time.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna tell you because not regarding South Park, but I was thinking of South Park: The Stick of Truth.
Oh, yeah, the video game. Mhm.
So, speaking of video games, you know how last night we tried to play Humankind
Yeah.
for the first time?
Tell me why I popped off in that game.
You did.
I was like, wow.
I was struggling. Okay, I was struggling really bad. So then we stopped playing. Tell me why I got back on like
Mhm.
an hour later, just because I was like, you know what? No,
Yeah.
I need a retry.
Bad.
No, it has me on a chokehold. I have
Oh.
like 11 hours already on it, and we just
Dang.
got it.
Oh my
last
gosh. I know when you sent me the meme, I was like, how do you already have memes? Like,
No, I'm like 3 eras in terms of like gender. I became the Incas, and then I became the Mongols.
Okay,
It's a good
okay,
time.
okay.
But I'm actually like I think I'm gonna win. Like
Okay.
I really like the game. because I don't know, it kind of clicked. Like Civ for me, I still love Civ, obviously, but Civ for me, I struggle to be able to. I
About to be controversial.
No, I think Civ is probably it's a lot more refined, of course, but there's just something so intriguing and niche about the storytelling of humankind that really drew me in.
Yeah.
And even today, I went to bed at like almost 3, 4. Because I was
you
like,
woke up and then played more.
I woke up and then I played more
with
right
Civ
now.
5, so I get it.
It was really good though. So once I come back home, I'm gonna play some more.
Dead. Nice.
Yeah.
I was chilling. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. I definitely think Civ is better, but also Civ's made 6 games.
Yeah.
Humankind's been 1 game.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. But also, I hate Civ too. Me and Civ got a love-hate relationship.
Yeah. A little toxic. Okay.
I mean, it's a toxic relationship when you have like more than 200 hours in a game. So.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Fun times.
All the fun times. I was just checking
Okay.
one time.
Good. Nice. Well, would you like to hear a little interesting conspiracy theory I may have uncovered?
Oh, okay. I'm down for Kyle's conspiracy.
So we can do Kyle's conspiracy hour.
Okay.
But it's not going to be an hour. It'll just be however much time I take up.
All right. I'm excited.
So, as we started the episode with this theme of spring, the spring equinox, in Latin, the vernal, because the V is pronounced as a W, equinox.
Okay.
I was doing some research, and I found a very interesting kind of like connection between the spring equinox and the holiday of Easter that is typically celebrated among Christians.
Yeah.
So what I found was interesting was dating back so many years, there have been figures like Horus, Mithra, Attis, I think it's Krishna from India. I might be saying that wrong. These figures all have similarities with Jesus.
Yes.
They're all said to be born on December 25th. They're all said to be born of a virgin. They're all said to have died and risen again.
Okay. I see a little plagiarism here.
Plagiarism. Not on my part.
No, not on your part. No.
I can't get.
I meant within the holy books.
Yes. So I thought that was interesting because this is like all these figures are sharing these similarities.
Yeah.
So why? So what I think it comes down to actually is astrology, which is really crazy to say because people shit on astrology so much today.
Yeah. I mean,
but it all has to do with this idea of the worship of the sun. And in particular, if we go back to Horus, who was Horus? The god of the sun. Egyptian god of the sun.
Yep.
So, if we look at this day in particular, December 25th, where it's said that all these figures were supposedly born, there's things that align with the nativity story of Jesus, such as the star in the east is the Sirius star.
Yeah.
The 3 kings are the 3 stars on the Orion's belt, which are also known as the 3 kings. Virgo the Virgin is also in alignment on that same with those 3 stars and Sirius. So it's said, like the 3 wise men followed the star of the east. They followed Sirius.
Ooh. Okay. That I see.
So it's kind of like there's these connections that go like further, that go deeper into the understanding of like human civilization, human culture, human development.
And it can be potentially answered via astrology.
Paganism and Christianity, there's so many parallels. What I thought was interesting was from December 1st to December 22nd, it's called the death of the sun, because that's when the sun starts to reach its lowest point in the sky, and it stays there in the lowest point for guess how many days?
3
days.
3 days, and then it resurrects.
Yep.
Oh,
so,
my God.
And the reason that, apparently what I did some research on too, was the reason that they celebrate the resurrection now, and the springtime, the equinox,
in the
Easter,
equinox for Easter,
is because it's the time at which the light overpowers the dark.
It's the time at which there is like, you know, the light is more than the dark.
Oh, okay. It's almost like it's the complete opposite.
And so that kind of ties in more further with like that idea of light and dark, which is a common, you know, theme duology within myth. So
okay.
Yeah. A little.
Dang.
That's my fun fact on the spring equinox Easter time for anyone who's curious.
That's dope. Okay.
Yeah. So we can put credit in everything. I think as a whole, it speaks to the larger human experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. I like that. And, you know, it's explainable up to a certain point.
Yeah.
Could be true.
It could be conspiracy theory-ish. Like, you know, I understand if there's certain academics who want to discredit these ideas. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I just thought it was interesting, something to share. So
thank you for sharing. No, that's really cool. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home. I'll be like, Apa, listen, this is what Kyle says.
I'm dead.
Hasn't even met you yet. Is going to have this predisposition about you.
But I mean, looking at it, Jesus, 1st century AD. Horus, 3000 BC.
Yep.
When's the next, like, savior figure coming? No.
No, don't you? I was
that's too much responsibility.
I was pointing at Kyle for it.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. So yeah. We'll have to see. Hopefully there's no Messiah figure, savior figure in my lifetime, because we're already dealing with so much stuff in the world.
That's fair. What day is it today? Monday? Okay.
Monday. Just another manic Monday. You know that song?
No.
I'm not gonna sing it because I sing too good. It'll get copyrighted. I'm joking. But yeah, I don't remember who sings it. But they also sing. Oh, the Bengals, I think. They also sing "Walk Like an Egyptian."
Okay. I had no idea.
80s.
I have no idea.
I think it's
you know me in music.
Yeah.
You know me in music.
It's okay.
I'm learning still. I'm still learning.
It's okay. I was thinking about taking up music theory. I was like,
ooh. I think Willis took music theory. Yeah.
It seems interesting, but it seems to apply more like to classical music. Because I don't know, I saw this video that somebody was saying classical music is like white supremacy, and I was like, whoa. And then I was like, to further understand this point though, I'd have to take up music theory. So I was like, maybe I'll take up music theory just as like a side.
I see.
But I'd keep doing that with too much stuff. So I'm tired of having these side research.
For sure.
It's fun though.
No, it is fun. But
yeah.
I also did a little bit of research.
Okay.
Regarding the spring equinox. Let me see if I pull it up real quick. It's not as in depth as yours, but it is. I got it from an article called "Spring Equinox." Okay. When is it? Why it's not the same as first day of spring.
Oh,
that's why I was,
okay. I see. Connecting it back.
Yeah, connecting it back. But now that I think about it, I didn't even write about why or take notes as to why it's not the first day of spring. But I did see how for the ancient Mayans, right?
Okay.
Also, just like in Mexico, Central America, they, you know how they built like the pyramids. I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but Chichen Itza, they did that to align with the equinoxes, actually. Yeah, interesting. So I thought that was something that was interesting, and it just
is it like the sun rises like right behind it, or like to the side? Like, do you know exactly?
I don't know, but I think it's similar to how, like, you know, in Egypt, how those coordinates are pointing towards like a specific, you know, because obviously the aliens helped us and everything. The same thing happened with the Mexicans. Although it's funny because I heard this one saying once how they were like, oh, you know how everyone questions Egypt and how the pyramids are like, oh, did aliens come and build it?
Yeah.
Did aliens come and, you know, they had to help. Mexicans got pyramids too. They didn't question that. They're just like, they did it. Yeah.
That's actually
hello.
It's an interesting, like, something I've been really interested in recently is like the pyramids all around the world that exist from ancient times. And it's like how, like, if, like, you know, back in when they built the pyramids in 300 BC, I think that's when they built it around. There's no way that the people who were in Central and Southern America had any contact with the people
absolutely
in Egypt.
not. Absolutely
So
not.
how did they both build something that's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, aliens. I'm wondering actually personally is whether it's something biological within us, like as humans.
Okay.
You know?
So you're saying we're kind of programmed to create certain patterns in life.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, I mean, because what sparked my interest about it was I saw a video one day and it was just a random comment. So put no credits to this comment. This person for literally could have been a crackhead on the street. Like,
could have been.
But they said something about like, if you look at babies, when babies build stuff, they build stuff in pyramids. You know, they start with a base layer and then on top and, you know, up. So I'm like, I wonder if there is something partially biological about it that's within humans.
Okay.
That create this. Because how else can we explain those being, you know, how did these two structures that are essentially the same, you know, be created across the sea?
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting.
That is interesting.
It could also be aliens, but
could also.
It's very controversial to say aliens.
There's a similar, not really, but I was going to say there's a bit of a similar pattern with how all these different civilizations around the same time also had depictions of dragons.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But
did dragons exist?
Yeah.
The flood stories?
Oh.
Was there actually a flood? Like
are you talking about like Noah, like the 40 days, 40 nights?
There's so many commonalities. Like that's getting back to what I was just talking about earlier with like there being so many commonalities between different cultures of humanity that it all speaks to one common human existence.
Yeah. Yeah, we all hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why don't we just build pyramids together, have a good time?
And the humans never liked each other.
No.
Humans have never. We've had war ever since two people have existed, like Cain and Abel. Like, if you want to go, like, you know, say that's history. Two humans, they fought each other. Like, that was the first murder. Why can't we just coexist peacefully?
You know, I think it'd make things too simple.
Very true. Very true.
Because of your quote, the challenge, we can't experience happiness without that challenge, you know, without being in dark times.
Are we in dark times?
Yes.
I don't know if we're in dark times.
Remember that video I sent you with how history, well, you said history rhymes and how it's
it was
kind
like
of
the
divided.
20 year blocks?
Yes.
Because it was 80 years altogether, but it was 20 year blocks.
Of like generations, and how currently we are in like a crisis like type of segment, and us, like the millennials, are known as, or will be known as, like the heroes in a sense. But Gen Z, they're gonna become a new generation of like artists. So
I heard that Gen Z is becoming like boomers.
Really?
So I mean, if you look at the parallels between Gen Z and boomers, there's so many parallels. They are both stubborn. They both like kind of, if you follow like the track of history about like how things happened, we kind of have a similar upbringing as the boomers did.
They did, or we did?
Who?
Me and you.
We did.
Okay.
Aren't we Gen Z?
I thought we were millennials. I thought, well, or the
ones. I think we're the ones after millennials,
because we're right between them.
Yeah,
between
it's very like controversial around that time period,
and like 2001, because
it's like we didn't have technology growing up.
Yeah, but we also didn't remember specifically like 9/11.
Yeah.
You know, like we grew up knowing
in a
about
post 9/11 world.
Yeah, in a post 9/11 world. But we didn't get to experience that and like that patriotism as well. Plus, we also remember, unlike Gen Z, we remember a bunch of like old technology in a sense. Like, have you seen how you're like, how do you hold up a phone and you're just hello?
People have been like doing
put
this.
Your thumb, you put like, you know, for us, we just put our thumb next to our ear and our pinky down, and then all these little people are just like, hello.
I know, it's weird to think that we're getting old. Like,
I know. So I don't know.
But it happens. I mean, if you think about the average lifespan of a human, 80 years, we're 1/4 the way done. Like,
yeah. I'm making it a goal simply to be spiteful, to be the last person alive from the 90s.
Okay.
I think I have a pretty good shot. My
Yeah,
immune system
considering you
is
were born in
chill.
December '99.
I was
yeah.
born December '99, so it's like, maybe they should make us do like a battle at the end, like a free for all.
Like when they got all those, what was the one kid's name? John or something? You remember when they got like all the Johns together? I don't know if it was John.
Oh, yes, I
But
do
yeah.
remember. Yeah. They just all had like a battle.
And that little kid won.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know a little kid won. But yeah, I just meant like I just imagine a bunch of like old 120-year-old like just men, women, anyone really just fucking trying to go at it with little canes.
No, literally just beating each other. That'd be intense. Somebody's like on their like the gurney because they like have to be like connected to IV still.
No.
They're still there fighting.
Just taking hits of your oxygen tank. I feel like with us at some point with like our generation, our oxygen tanks is gonna have like oxygen or like weed. It's just
I'm
like you're
dead.
just gonna be able to alternate between
I'm
hits
dead.
of oxygen or THC.
That'd be intense. That'd hurt. That would hurt like your lungs. Like
at that at that point,
you'd need to turn the oxygen back on right after because you ain't gonna be able to breathe. Like,
oh really?
Wow. But yeah, it's happening. It's happening quicker than we know it. But that's spring. That's the cycles. Like, it's rebirth.
It's the cycle of life.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah, I was reading. What was his name? It was Latin. Horace. I was reading Horace, and he was talking about like the cycles of the seasons and about humanity, and like about not being afraid because we're gonna die and we're dead. Like,
well, yeah.
From dust we come, from dust we shall return, or to dust we shall return.
Isn't that a song?
I think it's a quote. Yeah, it might be in a song though because it's a quote.
Yeah.
You know, like those like famous quotes that are like everybody says.
Yeah.
I think that you say that like when people die or something at the funeral.
Back to dust.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was talking to these customers at Snakes, because we're talking about funerals.
Yeah.
Because I was showing them a game, and it was like, it was a question regarding a funeral.
Okay.
And I don't recall how, but at some point we were saying how we would want to have like fun funerals, like kind of like celebratory,
like celebrations of life. Yeah,
celebrations of life. We had a great time. And how you would just like go up to the casket, you would take a shot, you would like pour one in, like it's like open casket, you just continuously fill it with alcohol. And then I made the comment of like, oh my God, because there were a bunch of Latinas, right? And I was like, and I would make it so that the casket had like a tajin rim on it.
I'm dead.
They were dying.
Oh my God.
I'm like, get a grapefruit, cut it in half, make it like a, like a lime, how you like stick that in.
I'm dead.
So
nice.
I was like, damn, that's actually a good idea. Just rimming your funeral caskets.
I feel like it's hard to do a fun funeral though. Because it's like you can't control it. Like you're like, yeah, like everybody celebrate me, but like people are gonna cry.
Probably.
Whether or not like you want them to be happy.
Yeah.
I
gotta play some good music though.
I just want there to be food. Like as long as there's food.
Yeah.
Like I'm chilling.
It's your funeral. I mean, it doesn't matter because you're dead, right? But what kind of food would you like it for your?
All the foods. Like as long as it's good, yeah.
Okay.
If it's good food, tastes good, everybody's happy, because in my opinion, food leads to happiness.
I agree.
I do believe.
I love food.
I believe everybody is happier when they eat. There's literally been like prison riots because the food has not been good, and once the food became good, there was like
we're at peace.
So like food is essential. And plus I feel like, I don't know, eating together is also like a very like communal type of activity. So
that's why I like Korean barbecues and that type of eating, because I'm very family oriented, where we would just everyone like shares.
Yeah. I think definitely in American culture there's something like different about the way we eat food.
Yes.
Because like in other places they kind of make like eating an event.
Yes.
Like they like sit down, they'll sit for like 2-3 hours, eat, enjoy.
It's a great time.
It's like I sit down, eat, I'm done in like 10 minutes.
Yep. Or like you just get your plate and you go to your room and you watch some stuff.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm guilty of doing that.
No, exactly. Too. I'm like, I'm gonna watch something and I'm done in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
I have this uncle, right, Tio Iraq. and he ended up going to Hong Kong once.
Okay.
And he went with his family at the time, and he was telling me, speaking of eating, right, that I believe it was like an Airbnb type of little house that they rented out.
Okay.
It was in this alleyway that was a dead end, and they needed to cross through this little restaurant in order to get back into the main street.
Oh, okay.
Right? So they always had to cross this restaurant. And one day they were like, you know what? Let's go try it out and everything. Because they noticed that in like the back they had 3 like really big round tables that are turnable.
Oh,
you can turn
okay,
them,
yeah.
right? And there's like food on every one of them.
Yeah.
And so he was like, how do we like get those and stuff? And they're like, oh, you literally just sit with strangers. You buy something, like something people like that could be shared with, and you're just eating with them.
Whoa.
And he was like, can I just buy like alcohol? Like 2 bottles of them? And the owner was like, you would do that? Because apparently it's like super expensive, but
so you just buy stuff to put on the table, and then people just sit there and eat it. Oh wow!
And then you could sit down too, and you could eat.
Yeah.
So he just bought like 2 bottles, which really were inexpensive.
Okay. Yeah.
Inexpensive in the sense of like the currency he had and everything. But yeah, he was just like, I just bought 2 bottles, and they let my family sit down, and we just ate. Literally with just 2 bottles of alcohol, and it was it got to the point where every time he would walk by, the owner would be kicking people out of those seats because he wanted my uncle to come in so he could just buy more alcohol for like people. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just have a good time.
Wow. That's actually like really crazy. I could not. I don't know. Sitting down at a table with someone and eating like that I don't know. I've never even imagined that before.
Isn't that what dates are?
That's true, but I don't know. Like, imagine like if it was a crackhead or something.
I mean that could be a date too. That's the thing.
True. I don't know. I'd be like.
I've had my fair share of strange encounters.
You had a date with a crackhead before?
Not a crackhead. I got stood up once.
By a crackhead?
By a crackhead, yeah.
Damn. They don't even got nothing going on except drugs. So
it's okay. It's okay. It happens. Let's see. I'm trying to think.
Damn, that was actually like very cancelable. I have a fear of crackheads, just so everybody knows. I've been attacked almost. It does trigger something inside of me sometimes when they get a little bit too close. But yeah, I don't have a problem with crackhead people. I just prefer them to stay away.
What happened?
So I was walking down the street, down Speedway Boulevard here in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
If you know anything about the area of, Speedway and Tucson Boulevard. If you know anything about that area, there's like an EG's in one corner. It was like by the EG's. EG's is a Arizona, Tucson, like native
slushy.
Slushy.
So it's they have like
sandwiches,
subs. It's mostly known for the slushy.
Though. They do hit.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
But anyways, this guy was like trying to like yell at me and my friend from across the street, and I was like, I was like, don't. I was like, do not talk to him. Just like walk past, eyes down, like it's not. No, my friend looked at him, and the guy was like, "Can you pay for my stomach cancer medication?"
Oh,
and I was like,
goodness.
"We do not have cash. We were going for a buy one get one coupon."
Yes.
And
where were we going to? EG's?
I think we were going to Jersey Mike's, which was like a little bit more down. We didn't have cars, so we were walking, but it was nice outside.
Okay.
But it was also night, so that was another thing that we shouldn't have done. It was nighttime.
Okay.
But anyways, we're walking. This guy's like, "Oh, pay for my stomach cancer medication." He's like, "It's $78." And I was like, "We don't have $78." And he was like, "Well, go start a GoFundMe for me." And I was like, "We don't even know who you are. We don't have the resources to start a GoFundMe." And he was like, "Oh." And I was like, "Okay, we're leaving." And I like started walking away. I like grabbed my friend's arm. I was like, "We're going." The guy followed us, grabbed this string, and he was like, I don't know what he said, but he like basically asked us like, "Do you know how to fight?" Like that's what he said. But it was like, "Do you know like this one type of like fighting style?" I just can't remember what type. And I was like, "Look, I'm sorry, like we need to go." And he like started going after us. I thought he hit my friend. I like for real thought he had hit my friend. My friend said that he didn't get touched. Okay. But I was like, oh my gosh.
Dang. If I saw a crackhead hit you, Kyle, I would fight back.
I grabbed my friend. I was like, we're going. I was like, we're getting out. I ran to the Canes that's up the street because like everybody's always at Canes. So I was like, it's safe to be there. And then that's where I called the cops. And I was like, look, I don't care if the guy gets arrested. I was like, just get him off the street. Like he does not need to be on the street because also we had to walk back.
You're so. Oh my
Yep.
god. You're like.
So that was the day that RA placements were released. That's when I was supposed to be co-lead in AZ So, but then wasn't co-lead in AZ So.
I know what you mean. I
Yep.
know exactly what you mean.
That was a while ago, but yeah.
That was a while ago. I remember I was originally gonna be put in Babcock. Oh, we talked about that, but yeah.
Yeah. We love original placements. La Paz was the only place that I was originally placed where I actually got to be.
To be and then not be.
Yep. I know I was supposed to be in Coconino. I was actually chill with Coconino. We already talked about that. I was chill. Then I was supposed to be in AZ So. I was like, you know what? I'll at least get the bathrooms. It'll be a chill time.
Dang.
Didn't get the bathrooms.
No.
But I got Mitchell, and then I didn't get Mitchell.
You got fired. That's what you got.
No, in Apache and Apache and Apache.
Oh,
yeah. But, fun times.
I don't know. I feel like Apache's rugs look like an old movie theater.
Apache just, like, it looks half built. Like, the way that, like, there's just, like, metal pieces coming out of the ceiling.
Yeah, the rooms are small. They are tiny.
For one person, it was nice. But for two people...
Yeah. No.
I remember looking at my residence rooms. I was like, y'all, how do you even have space? Like, couldn't imagine. But shout out to Apache. I had a good time there. Probably my favorite time as a RA was like there. It was just like all around good. I mean, the vibes were good that semester for some reason, for me at least.
Yeah. I think my favorite time as being an RA was definitely during New Start.
Okay.
Even though it was also apparently the hardest time, according to Willis.
Because that was summer 2019.
Summer 2019.
Summer 2019, wild. Everybody, like, for some reason, I think something happened in summer of 2019 that, like, changed the trajectory of the world.
Yeah,
like,
27 of my residents got syphilis. That's what happened.
Dang.
That's what happened.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
had
at least,
another
like,
nexus point.
Yeah.
The first one was Harambe dying. The second one happened
Summer
in 2019.
It was just all around for everyone. Because I talked to people, they're like, oh, yeah, summer of 2019. I'm like, wow.
A lot of shit did happen.
I reflect on summer of 2019. I'm like, that basically set up, like, these last 4 years for me.
For you, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you expected to be here where you are right now.
No.
No.
I do not think so. I don't know what I expected when I started university, but here we are, almost done.
Oh my God. How much? April, May.
6 weeks?
6 weeks? Don't say it in weeks. It sounds closer that way.
I think it's 6. It might, because I got the rest of the month of April, and then like that first like 3 days of May, because then they do the day
and then finals.
So like 5 weeks.
Oh my God.
I haven't even bought my graduation stuff
crazy.
yet. I need to get on top of that.
Are you gonna do grad photos?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I buy my gown quick enough.
Holy shit.
We'll see. We'll see. Sponsorship ad right now. If you need grad photos.
It's me.
Yep.
Okay, hi.
Reach out to. Is it on your Creopsis photography page or?
You could just reach out to me individually.
Yeah,
too.
just reach out to Idam individually.
I do photography, professional photography. I was invited to do a wedding recently, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whose wedding?
It was this hermanas from church.
Ah, okay.
I turned it down though, just because I needed to get more stuff specific for like weddings. That's a whole other beast.
Yeah, that's a big.
And I just don't have the proper lighting equipment that I would need for specifically for a wedding. And I didn't really have the time, like the timing for it just didn't work out.
Okay.
Like, I'm busy.
That makes sense.
So.
Yeah.
But soon, I do plan on doing some wedding photo shoots soon. You know, I did that wedding, the proposal video. So,
yeah, that is true. That is true.
So that can definitely help with.
It's springtime too. Lots of people are getting engaged. I know someone who got engaged.
So do I. I don't talk to her anymore, but I just saw her. She just posted on Instagram.
Yeah.
She got proposed to, and I was like, whoa.
I liked it. I said congrats. In person when I saw her again.
Nice.
Everybody was like, congrats, congrats. And I was like, why is everybody saying congrats to this girl? And then I was like, oh, it took me a minute.
Kyle, do you feel do you feel ready for marriage?
No.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I feel like I need to live my life still.
Okay.
Like, I don't know.
Needs to go back to Europe.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I got a lot of stuff to do. Like, I'm like, I need to, I don't know. I just feel like marriage is a big commitment.
It's a huge one.
There's 8 billion people in the world. How am I supposed to pick one person to spend the rest of my life with? Like, and that's what I want. I want someone to spend the rest of my life with. I don't want none of this divorce crap. I'm tired of it. Like,
he said, if you're not the one,
mm-hmm.
I agree.
So it's hard.
I want many things, but
it would be nice. Happiness, spring,
rebirth,
rebirth,
renewal, all that good stuff.
I don't know, because it is a big commitment, marriage. Wow. But you know what? I think love is as strong of a force as death. I think I said that last time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it again. It is.
Yep.
I think I don't know. I think those are the two strongest forces. I feel like they're also the two inevitable forces that exist.
And
like,
taxes.
Unless like you are an individual like who can't feel love.
Like aromantic, asexual.
Well, I don't know, because can't you, like, you can still feel like companionship love, right?
Yes.
Like, you can still feel like, oh, I love my mom, oh, I love my brothers, sisters, I love my dogs, my friends, you know? So I'm saying, like, I think love exists, but there are, like, sociopaths who literally can't feel love.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, like, I think even, like, aromantic people, they probably are able to feel like...
Yeah.
Like, I love my friend, you know, like, they would be able to feel that, right? I don't know. I'm not going to speak because I don't know. But if you can't feel love, I'm very sorry for you. I am.
Like, we'll love you from afar.
We love all of our fans. So shout out to our fans.
Shout out to all of our fans. Wait, no, I do my hearts like
lots
this.
Of love. LOL, lots of love. You seen that, like, it's like old from like Facebook, like 2008. And it's like, your grandma died, LOL, but it's like lots of love, not laugh out loud.
Oh, lots of love. Yes, I do remember that actually. Or, but them sending the message like, oh, your father just died, but then sending the skull emoji.
Yeah.
Kind of like the, I'm dead.
No, literally.
Yikes.
People, it's okay. That was like the early times when people didn't know really how to text. I did think it was interesting. I was reading this thing that was talking about how when we do like, what's it called? Like LOL, LMAO, WB.
Like shorthand?
Yeah. What are those called? Like just abbreviations,
Abbreviations?
Text speech.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of them you like are able to read. Like you're like, oh, you see, you know, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
WYD, but you read it as what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
LOL though, you always usually read as LOL. You never read as laugh out loud.
Yeah, that's true. I just, lol.
Yeah.
Okay. That's, okay.
I thought that was interesting. Like I didn't think about it until I realized I actually do that. Like
yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun fact. Another fun fact.
LOL.
Laugh out
That's
loud.
how I'll respond to that.
LOL. Live, laugh, love.
Remember
Remember when I used to say LOL, live, laugh, love all the time?
Yeah. So much so that I got you a Viking like horn that said live, laugh, love.
It still is there. It's on my shelf.
Yes. Did you ever drink anything out of it?
I don't know. Can I? I feel like I don't know if I can.
It's like maybe I should try to find the store again to see if it's like made out of lead or something.
Yeah.
Get it lead tested.
Because I'm also like I feel like it would be hard to like clean where the tip of the horn ends. Yeah. Like clean inside and then it could get nasty.
Do it like an anteater style. Just like
I don't know
go
if I
into
could
it with your tongue.
I don't even know if I could. You have to cut that.
Anyways,
but yeah, I think it's fun times. I feel like I said that too many times during this episode.
Fun times.
Fun times. It's spring. Fun times. I'm gonna keep reiterating the theme of today's episode is spring, whether or not.
So it's just the Earth being tilted like this, upright, so that half the sun is able to cover it pretty much. Yeah.
I guess we should have talked about the science of like this spring equinox before. I was like
the conspiracies.
Jesus and Horus and
oh my God.
Yeah. All right. Welcome back.
I feel welcome
back with a world-renowned neuroscientist. But
you know, neuroscience was actually really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the major for like 3 months.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did tell me. I was gonna say I used to be really, really humble about just the degree in general, because like people would come up to me and they'd be like, "Oh my God, Edam, neuroscience, that's like really hard," and I just feel like, "No, it's okay. Like, you know, it's just brain stuff. It's science." And then once I got to like senior year, I'm just like, "Yeah, it's hard."
Honestly, I think that happens though, like as you get like to the last year of your degree, where you kind of are like, maybe I actually do know like more. Like I'm like,
Well, I guess since we brought it up, let me tell you a quick fun fact, a quick fun neuroscience fact that I just remembered.
From world-renowned neuroscientist, neurosurgeon.
Gets quoted. Oh, shit. So your spinal fluid, actually, when you go to sleep, it goes up to your brain and it starts washing like your crevices to start removing like a lot of plaque buildup.
So you don't get like brain disease and stuff.
Well, a lot of oh my God, I don't want to go on like a tangent and stuff, and I haven't thought about this in a minute, but a lot of that plaque, it's seen with people with Alzheimer's, right?
Okay.
And people believe, from what I remember, that plaque tends to build up because as you get older, something that you're going to notice is you start sleeping a lot less. And so once you start sleeping a lot less and your cortisol levels get all wanky, that liquid is also not cleaning your brain as it's supposed to, and so that's kind of like where Alzheimer's kind of sprouts from as well.
That's one of my biggest fears in life, Alzheimer's.
Oh, that's my biggest fear is being alone, and Alzheimer's is
being alone.
Like it's literally the closest thing of being alone. So I do agree with that. I took the 23andMe. And part of it talks about like your health and your genome and your heritage, all that stuff. And one of the sequences that shows that you could potentially get Alzheimer's with, it says that I have it.
Oh, yeah. Do you know which one in particular? By any chance?
I don't remember exactly which one it is, but like, it's okay. Yeah. I'll forget about it.
No, well, because I heard this is the interesting thing. I'm actually in a course right now on aging and like adult development, and they said that there is a gene that's like linked to Alzheimer's, like a predisposition. Yes. But it's really only more seen with people who are of Caucasian descent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Health predisposition.
So
here we go.
Yeah. I can't remember what that gene is, but
late onset Alzheimer's disease right here. I'm pulling up my receipts here from my thing. I have one variant copy tested positive in the APOE gene.
APOE. I think that might be the one that I learned about in class. I'd have to check though.
Yeah. This one. Yeah, it's interesting. Honestly, I'm glad I did 23andMe just because I'm a nerd. I like stuff like that.
I did my heritage, so I did not have the health stuff. I only have the heritage stuff.
But I feel like that one's so much better for like actual heritage, your family tree. Like if you're trying to, I feel like I'm related to everyone some way, somehow.
Okay.
I got a big family.
Yeah.
Honestly. And like, I feel like there's so much drama within. We'll talk about that for another episode. Yeah.
I feel like bigger families, I don't know. My family has like slowly gotten smaller as like the years have gone on because death.
Yeah.
So like there's like barely like 10 of us left.
Oh my
goodness.
Family. Including
so
you.
Yeah, there's like not that many of us left. Yeah. It's like
shout out to the Martins.
Yeah. Barely. Well, I mean, there's probably millions of Martins. I think I looked up this thing that said Martin is actually the most common surname in France, which I thought was really weird because I have like no French ancestry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I don't know if it's true. It was on Instagram.
Isn't it going down in France right now?
Oh yeah. Because the president guy is like, I think it has something to do with retirement age.
Oh.
At least that's what Elon Musk responded to a tweet about Paris on
Bro,
Twitter.
Elon must be responding to everyone.
He does. He really does. I was like, how does he have this much time as a CEO of multiple companies? Like,
he's just like, let me just check. Well, Twitter is technically his company now, so
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense for
Yeah.
him to just be on it.
Yeah, that's true. Just chilling, just on his.
I wonder, do you think he'd respond if I send him a good meme?
I don't know. Maybe if it's like funny.
Mm.
I feel like he like.
Just bans me instead.
Yeah, he's done that to people. So.
Well, speaking of social media, I guess.
As we close up the episode today, we have some great announcements to make.
Whoa!
So, we officially have... Oh, I have to find it in all my notes.
I'm dead.
We have officially created our social medias.
Whoa!
Follow us at...
I'm going to pop it up here.
On Twitter, at That's a Pod.
Boom.
On Instagram, That's a Pod. And TikTok,
Wait.
That's a Pod.
Oh, is it That's a Pod? All right, awesome. It's That's a Pod.
Also, make sure in the video right now, like just for when you edit, make sure that
Yeah.
you did not show the password.
I'm dead. I'll actually zoom in.
I'm dead. I didn't think about that because normally I only write on the front page, so you can't see anything on the back. But I wrote on the back for this one. So, but yeah.
Okay.
And we will also be launching our website soon.
Yes.
Too.
Kyle here, a website master creator.
Barely. I was using a template, but we're trying our best. I think it looks like pretty clean.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I like it. We're gonna be adding a bunch of like our videos there as well.
Videos, podcasts, social media will be there.
Keep y'all
If you want to
updated.
contact us, it'll be there. If you want to apply to be a guest, to speak with us, it'll be there. Yeah.
So
A schedule will
yes,
be released.
we're gonna have a good, a nice, solid foundation of a schedule. So I'm very excited about that. I'm so excited about all this. Everything's finally coming together. We're getting in the zone. We're figuring stuff out.
Yep.
But we're figuring it out with y'all. So thank you so much. If you've stuck with us this far.
Hope you all have a great rest of your day, night, morning, wherever you're joining us.
I thought you were
from.
gonna say great spring equinox.
Yeah. Hopefully you had a great spring equinox.
Yeah,
This episode will be released later than spring equinox,
Yeah.
but maybe around that time you'll be having a good Easter, or
maybe
you know,
maybe you could like go back and think about the whole Easter thing that Kyle told us about earlier in the episode. So
Yep.
all right,
All
well,
right.
we're gonna call it a day. So thanks so much for joining. That's a podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye, folks.
Bye.